Why texting while driving laws must be more strictly enforced. Picture this. You're driving home and the car next to you starts to drift into your lane. The driver isn't drunk, they're just looking down at a text message. That split-second distraction could end a life. Texting while driving has to be the most leading cause of car crashes in the United States, and let's face it, almost all of us drive or ride in cars every day. That means your life or the life of someone you care about could depend on whether these laws are enforced properly. I want to persuade you that texting while driving laws need to be enforced more strictly. We'll look at three things. First, why texting and driving is so dangerous. The second being why current enforcement isn't enough. And the third is how stricter enforcement can actually save lives. Texting and driving is extremely dangerous, and in 2022, over 3,000 Americans were killed by distracted driving, and texting was the most common cause. But these aren't just numbers, they're students, parents, teachers, doctors, day-to-day people are being affected. Everyone is being affected. There's students, friends, and children whose lives end because someone just had to answer one text. While texting and driving isn't just risky, it's almost as dangerous as drinking and driving. The CDC reports that it impairs reaction time as much as drinking 4 beers. And even though most states have laws against texting while driving, enforcement is weak. In many states, fewer than 5% of texting drivers ever get a ticket. Imagine knowing that someone you care about could be hurt because the law just simply wasn't enforced enough. Studies show that states with weak enforcement, crashes haven't really gone down, even though the laws exist. That means laws on paper aren't enough, and they have to be actively enforced. The good news is that stricter enforcement does work. In Florida, undercover texting while driving patrols introduced in 2020 led to a 12% drop in distracted driving crashes in just 1 year. States that have made texting while driving a primary offense, so police can pull drivers over just for texting, saw a 16% drop in fatal crashes. That's real lives saved. Every policy that strengthens enforcement reduces the chances of parents getting devastated phone call that their child was killed by a distracted driver. While texting and driving is deadly, the current enforcement isn't strong enough to prevent it, and we know that stricter enforcement does save lives. Every time you get into a car, your safety depends on not just your own actions, but the drivers around you, and whether the law is enforced strongly enough to protect you. Things that people can do to help with this cause is you can support local and state legislation that increases enforcement, like primary offense laws and distracted driving patrols. You can make a personal commitment to never text and drive and speak up if someone else does. Let's make the road safer for everyone.